it's Meg from Fly the Farm. Today I'm doing a mini tutorial on how to set up a plant stand count within DroneDeploy. Now this is a new thing that was just released earlier in the year, and it's much quicker than either doing manual stand counts or the old way of doing it within DroneDeploy and others, which is flying the entire paddock with the big overlaps, and it was then taking a lot of time to process. This will give you a result. They say within half an hour, but later on in the year when we get some corn in the ground, we will test this out. But today I want to show you just how quick it is to set up a project. So here we are going to select the project button. It will take you to a map of where you are currently situated. Now, if you're setting up a field somewhere else on someone else's farm, or you're at home and not on the farm, then you can put in the coordinates or the address up in the top bar. But for today, I am just creating a project where I am. Now, it's important to name it something that will mean something when you get out into the paddock, particularly if you're doing multiple flights within a day. So on the left-hand side, we're going to click on Crop Report, and it will then bring up this waypoint mission. Obviously, we're going to have to zoom out somewhat to bring enough of the paddock up that we can change this waypoint. And then we just drag these corners out to cover the entire paddock. Now, I always like to slightly overfly just to make sure I capture everything. And you can see as we adjust these corners that it is changing its mission path. And you can see here now that this is all set up. It's going to be around about a 10-minute flight, approximately 44 hectares, 40 images and 1 battery. So you can see just by this how much quicker this takes than the old way of doing it. Now at this stage, the only crops it's available on are corn and soybeans. This here or other paddocks here on the farm will have irrigated corn. So we will be able to try this out in a few months when we get planted. So I think it's for corn, the 3rd or 4th stage that we can fly. The other good thing that you can put in are the crop attributes. So your row spacings as well as your plant thresholds. So here we're going to change the plant threshold to 22 centimetres and the row spacing, it doesn't like millimetres, so we're just putting 91. It should be 91.4. And the rest of it just shows you the rest of the information. So as you can see, there will probably be no overlap. There'll be approximately 1.2 hectares per image. It will travel from where it takes off out to the start point at 40 metres, and it will have a capture altitude of 15 metres. So you'll be able to get some really good information out of that. You'll have a really small ground sampling distance, and that's why it can pick up those small emerging plants. Now, there are some advanced settings that you can go in and adjust if you wish. But we're going to leave these as is for today. And then later in this, when we get into the season, we may play around with it. Now, the other thing that we can have a look at is airspace, which is really important. We want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So you can see here we are in amberly airspace. However, they're not always active, but if they are, you need to be really, really aware that if they come in, that is the end of your flight until they leave. So you can see how quick that is to set up, as well as how quick it is to do a flight. Processing of around 30 minutes or thereabouts, but we'll test that out when we get crop in the ground. So I hope processing of around 30 minutes or thereabouts, but we'll test that out when we get crop in the ground. So I hope this is helpful. If you're needing DroneDeploy, or if this has piqued your interest, then please reach out. DroneDeploy is a really powerful product, particularly for farmers and agronomists. So I look forward to doing more of these, and I really am looking forward to having a play around with this in season.